And Give. This is your girl Maya Marie, and today's video I'm doing something a little bit different. I am doing a response video, a tag video from Kelly Ann Maddox, and the tag video is Happy Witch. So I thought that would be a really cool subject. I have been wanting to do a video on this topic for a minute, so it came right in time. Now, if you guys don't know who Kelly Ann Maddox is, I would suggest go over to her YouTube channel and check her out if you're into tarot and just, you know, witchy things. I discovered her channel years ago when I was first delving into the tarot. And I just loved her style. She has such an impeccable, creative style to her. I was drawn to that. She is an excellent orator. I love the way she gathers her ideas together. It is just a true talent. And she really is well studied in the tarot. So I thought that would be cool to do her tag video. Another thing that I really like about Kelly Ann Maddox is that she has been in the forefront to me of bringing up the subject of the inequities within the tarot community. I know that I saw like a few videos of hers that were done a year or so before kind of the YouTube community came together with the collab from Oya's Girl, which I think that is absolutely amazing also. But I just want to give her credit that she was doing that when it wasn't like the topic of the day. So that leads me to believe that, you know, she is a genuine person in that aspect. So without further ado, this is going to be a Happy Witch tag video. I'm answering, I think there is like 10 questions here. Yeah, there's 10 questions. But first, I want to start by saying, okay, let's get into the definition of witch. Witch is one of those words that's always kind of rubbed me the wrong way. And I am sure that is because of all the propaganda and again, the brainwashing through school and through imagery. So I understand I have a few blocks such as that I need to get over, but it's something that sits inside my soul that kind of, you know, I don't know that I would ever call myself a witch. But if you called me a wise woman, which is basically what a witch is a wise woman who knows her innate powers and have honed them enough to control her forces. But somehow I'm just now, like this t-shirt I got, for instance, I got this for Halloween a couple years ago. And when I wore this shirt, it was almost like I was kind of owning or growing into the word, because before I would never even get this on my shirt. So I thought Halloween would be a great way for me to sneak out, you know, my inner me to the world. So I understand that witch means wise woman, but I'm not sure too, maybe in a past life I could have been, you know, crucified at the cross for being considered a witch or having special powers. That could have been it, somewhere that's deeply seated, and that fear comes from that. But without further ado, and for the sake of the video, I will be answering the Happy Witch questions from Kelly Ann Maddox. So I am going to have to put on my bifocal so that I can read the questions, the questionnaire. So let's get into number 1. What makes you happiest about the fact that you're a witch? I think that the most thing that make me the happiest that I'm a wise woman is the fact that I can continue to dwell within myself and have power to have some power over my circumstances in life, whether it be internal as well as external, whether it be a force working with the Most High, having the ability to form my thoughts the way that I want to so that I can put those into the world and they can become things. So I think that makes me the happiest, that I don't no longer have to just settle for any type of external situations and forces. And there is a true power within that I'm constantly discovering and bringing out. Okay, let's go on to number 2. Which practice do you tend to enjoy most of in your craft and why? Now, I enjoy burning ancestor money for my ancestors. And when I first learned about the ritual of burning ancestor money, it didn't really resonate with me, but as time went on and I made it a habit, and there was something really transformative about lighting paper, which is fire, with the element of earth, which is the paper, and using the air to ignite that and lighting it and sending my thoughts and vibes into the ethers, and how the paper transforms into ashes and some into the air. So that became very therapeutic to watch the money burn and think about my ancestors that's on the other side behind the veil, and wishing them prosperity and peace, and acknowledging them and letting them know that I'm aware that they are here. You know, their spirits still exist, and just in a different form, in a different dimension. So I believe that has become my favorite part of my practice, is my ancestor money. It's where I get in and I make sure I hone that attention on my ancestors. Okay, let's move on to question number 3. How have you changed in a positive way as a result of practicing the craft? Okay, how have I changed? I have changed, I believe, self-awareness. I have definitely become more self-aware of myself, doing what is called shadow work, self-analysis. So I had to discover a lot of things within myself that I wasn't even aware. So once you bring things up, and it may be what they also call the dark night of the soul, when you're going through that transformative stage and you're realizing what you contributed to certain situations within your life. But at the end of the day, it makes you a better person. It makes you able to correct your flaws, or what's perceived to be flaws, or even just grow as a person. So I think that has been one of the major ways that I have changed, and it definitely is giving me more compassion for other people. So I would say that is my answer, my final answer. Let's go on to number 4. Okay, the question is, what has been the most positive result you have had from a spell or ritual? Now, I don't want to get into specifics either, just like Kelly Ann Maddox. I think when she answered this question, she kind of led to what was on my mind initially, which was, as a collective, when you start to see things change in ways that you know is a result of your inner discovery, as a result of expanding your consciousness, then that is the most rewarding and most successful thing that can ever come, because it's continuously. It's not just one thing, it's many things once you start to live your life in a more spiritual manner. So that will be my answer for that. Number 4, let's go on to number 5. The question is, how has your craft enriched the lives of others? I feel like, as far as me growing and my growth as a person, it has to spill down spill out and down and around to anyone that you are surrounded by, because you can not only use that inner knowing and that inner strength and that inner power that you have, you can also use that to help other people in ways they need it the most as well. Just by raising your vibration, you're able to raise the vibration of others around you, whether it's from understanding, whether it's being able to pull some wise information or either advice to give to another person that's directed from spirit through you to them, being used as a catalyst. That is an awesome way to enhance the lives of others around you. And that's how I plan on using my, newfound gifts and new levels of consciousness. I've always been that person that people stop me in the store, tell me their whole life stories. And sometimes I'll say something and they'll say, that really touched me. And so that makes me happy to become a vessel for any message. Okay, now let's move on to question number 6. You want your bone? You want your bone? What are you most looking forward to trying in your craft, and why? What I'm excited about experiencing now is I've been studying the Kabbalah. And so within the Kabbalah, they have the different paths. And I've only touched on the different paths, which is called path working. And it seems so interesting. I think I will get a lot of growth from that. So I am most excited about doing path working, and basically the paths that are leading to different levels of consciousness. So I can't wait to delve into that, which I've already started. Getting the information behind it, and I'll go on. I think there's like 22 paths, so that'll take me a few months to complete. So that's going to be my next project. Number 7, what do you like the most about the witchy community online and offline? Okay, I would say online, I love the creativity, because most people that are in this type of field or genre interested in anything occult usually are artists, and the artistry and the designs and the creativity is so prevalent that the aesthetic of things, the way artists create that are on higher minds and able to able to create things in a way that is from a true artist perspective. I think that is one thing I enjoy the most, the aesthetics of the beautiful art that's created from open minds. Number 8, how do you envision your craft evolving positively in the future? I see my craft evolving positive because as I begin to grow and as I begin to continue to discover new ideas, discover more about myself, more about the world, more about the universe, that I have more to pull from, therefore allowing me to experience greater avenues as far as consciousness, experiences in the world, experiences in the spiritual world, whatever it may be, it only leads down that road. So as I continue to grow and study, that's just what's have to happen. So I'm excited about that. If I feel like I am now in a stage where I'm growing and evolving, I can only imagine what I'll be in a year, 2 years, or 3 years. Okay, let's number 9. We're almost there. Thank you guys for hanging in there with me if you're still here. How do you keep your craft practice healthy, happy, and productive? I try to keep my study really productive by studying what I love with me, if I love a subject or I really am interested or have a deep desire, affinity for it, I am definitely going to put forth the effort to study. So I don't really have to discipline myself because it becomes exciting to me. I can't wait to go to bed at night to read a couple more pages. I can't wait to try this. I can't wait to experience this herb. I can't wait to try this meditation. You know, so I keep that healthy by doing what my spirit tells me, what my intuition tells me I want to study, when I want to study, and how I want to study, and not looking at whatever anyone else is doing positive. Okay, what is the one piece of advice you would share with other witches to help them make their path more positive? I would say learn and study as much as you can. Do what feels right in your heart, not what someone's pushing you to do. Don't follow anyone else. I see way too many people following what they consider gurus, who clearly have flaws like as of every other human being. And sometimes, you know, people will take advantage of you just by you not knowing. So long as you grow, do your own study, do the work, as they say. You have to do the work. Don't just rely on anyone that you're watching on YouTube, hanging on their every word like it's just the holy grail. Do your own research. Bobby Hemmett always says that don't follow me, don't follow anyone else. Just follow your own intuition. And if you do that, you will not be led off the right path. Well, thank you guys so much for sticking with me for my first video tag of Happy Witch. Thank you so much. If you enjoyed this video and want future video and content from me, subscribe and also like the video. Until we meet again, peace.